If you've watched ToothyMcShark's video of this, then you know what this is. Blue shell speedrunning means going through a course only shell dashing and never getting out of the shell. Some courses are easy to do this, but others are pretty hard. I'm going to show you the same 6 courses that ToothyMcShark did, but I think that mine are even better, especially with some of them. First is World 8-8. Normally this course is pretty hard, but when you're shell dashing, it's very easy. Some of the audio was cut out near the beginning because I recorded with an audio cable plugged into my DS, and then I recorded with my iPod, and then I guess somehow it got lost. Keep in mind that the blue shell does not protect you from the raining debris. Those are those things that are falling down. It does not protect you from them, but it does make it a lot easier to dodge them. But don't try to touch them, because it'll still make you lose the shell. Next is World 1-3. This one is a little trickier, but it's still not too hard. One thing ToothyMcShark said is that all the pros use Luigi. I'm not really sure why. I would think that actually beginners would use him, since he's like the sidekick, and experts would use Mario. Maybe it's just to show off that they know the LR trick. I think just about everybody knows that. Yeah, but I just decided that I would use him because he said that, just to make it so I'm doing the same thing. But really, I think he seems more like a beginning character.
Yay for me, Luigi!
And now is World 5B. This one is a little tricky. There are some hard parts, but if you practice enough, then it'll be easy. This video took days to make because I had so much editing to do, and you may notice that the audio might sound slightly out of sync. It was even worse than this, because Windows Live Movie Maker always lags, so I had to keep doing it. It was really frustrating. I should have just recorded the normal way, and by the way, that jump right there is a little tricky. I don't think it's too hard, it takes practice, but yeah, that jump is probably the hardest part of this course. I'm not sure, but it is kind of a tricky part, so just remember that. Now it's time for World 8-1. This one's pretty hard. It took me several tries, but with practice, you'll be able to do it right. Doing it in general isn't too hard, but doing it the way I did it is very hard. This one took many tries. It's not too hard to do it, but like that jump right there, doing it perfectly without like bouncing back a lot is kind of hard. This actually probably took the majority of the time with the video. And yeah, I'm adding the commentary after I recorded this. You probably know, but it doesn't surprise me if you don't. Yeah, I know that sounds mean, but it's true. So, yeah, this one is pretty hard. The next one is hard, too. And now World 3B. This one is almost as hard as the last one. It has some pretty tricky jumps, and it's easy to fall off the course, and it takes practice, but as with all of them, eventually, if you do it enough, it'll be easy. And then this one, you kind of have to wait for the piranha plant to go away. Again, this took several tries. That part right there, I was able to do that without bouncing on that part of the pipe. Like, when there's... Yeah, that one took many tries. Don't be frustrated if it's hard, because it is really hard. And, yeah, like, the middle part can be, like, that part with all those piranha plants and pipes, that one is pretty hard. Takes practice. And finally, we have World 5A. I don't actually think that this one is the hardest. I think, like, the last two were probably harder. But this one can be kind of difficult to do. It takes really good timing. That's probably one of the hardest parts. And it is pretty easy to fall off, but As I've said, practice makes perfect, so just keep trying. In this one, the timing is kind of important. Again, you have to wait before you can start. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I said that you have to stay inside the shell all the time. At the beginning, you start outside of the shell. That doesn't count, but once you start, once you begin to shell dash, you have to stay like that. And yeah, this one, it's not too hard, but some of those jumps, if you want to do it really well, that is probably the hard part. Doing it in general, it shouldn't take too long. This one isn't really the hardest, I don't think. Alright, so that's it. Some of these courses are easy, others are harder, but they're all easy once you know how to do them. If you think you can do even better than me, then feel free to send it to me, and maybe I'll put the link in the description since video responses are no longer possible. As I said before, this is a response to ToothyMcShark's video. He said that he sincerely doubts that anyone could do better than him, but I think I did, and you probably could do even better than me if you try. I don't sincerely doubt that. It's very possible. So, if you think you can do it, don't be afraid to try it and then send it to me. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll make more videos of this soon. Why are you still here? Don't you know the video is over? Oh well, guess I'll show you something. I'll show you some magic. I'll guess what I'm going to get. Keep in mind that I'm going to lose each game except for the last one. I'm assuming I'm going to get a Luigi, a Mario, and a star. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, Luigi, Mario, star. Alright. But as I said earlier, I'm gonna lose each game except for the last one. Oh well. I'm assuming I'm gonna get a Mario, a Cloud, a Star, and a Mushroom. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, Mario, Cloud, Star, Mushroom. Alright. Okay, I'm assuming I'm gonna get a Luigi, a Cloud, and a Mario. Yeah. Or, no. Oh.